Yikes and away! 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 You... Now then, yikes and away! You're despicable.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Discussing Daredevil podcast. I'm your host Mo, and with me as always is Mac.
What up?
And Med.
Yo!
It's been like almost a year since we did one of these.
A couple of days. It's been a couple of
days. Yeah. Last time we did this, I was 21. I'm now closer to 23 than I am to my 22nd birthday. Like when you put that, like I think I was editing it on my 21st birthday or my 22nd birthday. I was like, or put it out on my 22nd birthday or something like that. And now look at
I'm a doctor.
You're still a nurse.
What?
You're still a nurse to me.
I completely forgot.
I did not, but because we make nurse jokes like regularly. Fucking someone gets sick and everyone's like, Dr. Mac, help me. Speaking of which, I am sick. If anyone's wondering why I sound weird, so I'm sniffly and
I didn't notice anything.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I've just dosed up on medicine, and it'll probably wear off by the time we're done because we have a lot to get through. So we've got a couple of things before we begin, as Mac is probably chomping at the bit to get to that one. What's it called? Last time we were on, we cut out the DBXM woman melee discussions, as we all know. We were hoping to try and do more interesting things, because as we all agreed before we came on air like 2 days ago, we agreed
it's starting to be a bit boring.
Yeah, it's a bit boring to just go in and talk about the fight. Like, this fight was cool, the verdict was right, wrong, the animation was cool, the animation was bad, why is this matchup a thing, I kind of want to kill myself, you know, like that's not that's not
pretty much
like we kind of don't want to go into that discussion. Also, we kind of want to be a bit more positive-ish, so
yeah, like
positivity is good. I need positivity in my life right now. So
I can't be the only one.
And I think, honestly, looking at the lineup we have talked about, even with the restrictions we're about to put in place, like, I think we have a good time ahead, so that's nice. Yeah, so next time, so we cut out all that with this hope. So this time is obviously just talking about all the death battles he missed, because there's quite a few, and a lot of stuff happened in that time. But next time is everybody's favorite. It's the fucking viewer request special again, because I think I have a bit of masochism like going, because I hate these things. These things are torture to edit. So basically, if you fuckos want to play, you gotta play ball. So what's gonna happen is, as with last time, if you want to make requests, you have to join the Discord. You can't just email us. The email's dead. You can't fucking just send us and you can't send us a YouTube comment or YouTube PM. I don't think we've opened the YouTube channel in ages. You got to send us a fucking post on Discord, on the Discord server, which as always is in the description, and you have to send us a thumbnail. And my one condition this time is, with how I'm editing it, is the videos is a bit different. If you go onto the Death Battle wiki and click the full size image for any of the episode thumbnails, like the official episode thumbnails, please make them about that size, because it's so much easier for me. And also, while you're posting that thumbnail and your request, please include whatever music you want to be played in the background, because if I don't know your Weeaboo franchises, I have to track down the music for it, and I cannot be held responsible for what happens. Well, I can. Like, technically I can, but I won't be. So yeah, that's what's happening next time. Please, I'll let the Discord server know when that happens. It'll probably be just as soon as this episode goes up, which should be tomorrow, because I have most of this pre-edited, because I'm I'm a sad loner.
Aw.
Oh, indeed. But yeah, this time we have a lot to get through, so we'll worry about that next time. Except for me, I'll be seeing all those weeaboo thumbnails in my sleep. Sleep. Like I get that. Right.
I wonder if I'll ever get a break. Just insert the clip of Sakurai blinking.
I think I had enough of a break. This is more existential dread. It's like I've gotten a small peek into the mind of Nomura. Like my brain's been fried. It can't be that close to the source.
It's like looking at the Ark in Indiana Jones.
Exactly like that. Yeah, I might actually edit in that clip. Anyway, right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 death battles to talk about, as my intro has shown. So
Yeah.
Yay!
Like, as we just said, talking about these things can get pretty boring. So we have a new thing for at least this episode, might carry on to the future, which is Mac has a present.
We got a stopwatch.
We're very high.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
That's exactly what I was hoping for. We are unscripted, folks. This is a reminder. So we got a stopwatch to this high-tech shit, and it's 3 minutes long. We have license to run over if we really, really need to, but goddamn, we hope we don't. So we probably will,
but we always say that.
Yeah, we probably will, but this time we have a hard limit. And we'll just say, we'll be like, lads, time's up, and whatever point we're on, we'll finish it up and move on.
And whoever says the last thing is obviously right, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
As obviously.
So if you come into this with like the fucking Chris posting at the end of Leon versus Frank, you know, nothing's gonna be wrong with that. So... We'll let you have the floor for Leon versus Frank. Okay, so this is gonna be a long one. You two ready?
Let's do it.
I'm ready to live.
I'm ready to die.
After this.
Okay, so first off is the one we said we were so looking forward to, kind of, sort of, not really, next time, which was Leon from Resident Evil versus Frank from Dead Rising. Mac, start the watch.
All right, so
Medd, Medd wants to lead off. Go. So.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm a huge Dead Rising fan. One of my favorite series. I acknowledge most of it. I problems even before it became utterly garbage, trash. Fucking thanks, Capcom. I hate you.
Well, they're redeeming themselves, but not with Dead Rising.
Yeah, not
Dead Rising.
Anyway,
Dead Rising.
Yeah, keep going.
Anyways, at the same time, this fight was better than it had any right to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Even with my,
like
and Leon, like a lot of people wanted Chris, but I'm actually kind of glad they went with Leon. Leon just seemed, that, and Leon's just cooler in my opinion. Like I don't know enough about Resident Evil, but Leon's fucking sick.
Well, he has the memes now, so that's a thing.
He has the memes now. He has like one of the best survival horror games of all time.
Yeah,
2 of the best, 3 of them. Counting remake.
Yeah. So let's get, since we're on a timer, let's get into this real quick. Verdict was right. We went over that last time. Poor Frank didn't really have a chance. But
the animation was just
fantastic. A lot.
It was really good.
On the Discord, a lot of people are complaining about it, and either I don't see the complaints or I think they're nitpicking.
The choreography is on top.
At the very start, the bit where they're fighting zombies like back to back, and Leon
Leon
shoots his gun.
Zombies. They're killing zombies by missing each other.
Yeah, Leon fucking shoots his gun, tosses it up, kills 2 or 3 with a knife, catches the gun and shoots it over his back. Like that shit's fucking cool,
right?
And and
the best fucking line. Like I've covered, that's I fought in them.
That was real.
I
Yeah.
fucking love the fucking Mr. Freeze puns that he did when he got in the fucking slushy machine mech.
Yeah, that's how you write like the new current Frank. Like,
That's the one thing I hear a lot of people complain about is like that final blow where he's just flying around.
Yeah, that's kind of
the
the physics. It's kind
silly.
of
but
goofy. But also that's mod like until recently that was Resident Evil and Dead Rising in a nutshell, like wacky goofy shit. Like yeah, Resident Evil's gone back to its roots.
okay,
shit.
so
yeah, Ned,
well, yeah, it was just a really fun fight. It felt like a highlight, like a scene. Like it was one of the first like 2D animations that felt like it was a step up from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the possible exception of Sword vs. Pit, which is kind of let down by its soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, but this one was a real setup, and it kind of just the rest for the season to come. It kind of set the pace.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Wow,
Nice.
we actually did it in
Yay.
3 minutes. Wow, this is not gonna last.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry if you felt you got a bit shortchanged on what you wanted to talk about there, Med, but I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
All
what
right.
I wanted.
Next we got
Doctor,
another pretty.
We got a couple of Macs here. We got a Doctor Strange and Doctor Fate.
A strange Mac.
Or Fate Mac.
It's the Fated Mac.
Fate slash
You know,
Mac.
on that, do you know the Big Mac lost the rights to the word? Like McDonald's lost the rights to the Big Mac in Europe.
Yeah,
That's-
making fun of him.
Yeah, they fucking challenged an Irish brand called Supermax. Don't eat the Supermax unless you're like a farmer. It's horrible. Yeah,
I'll do it.
Don't you'll die. I went in there like as a kid. I always wanted it because I remember my uncle brought it home once and it was like the most exotic shit ever, even though it was just fucking chicken nuggets. And then I went in
And
there.
we're starting the timer.
All right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's not do this again.
Strange-
All right, Strange vs. Fate. All right. This fight was weird.
It should have
Yeah,
been.
and honestly, that's what it should have been.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it wasn't weird enough. It's weird that it wasn't weird enough. Does that
That's
make
something that Hype
sense?
said.
It could have been weirder.
It was
Yeah.
something that Hype said. It should have been more psychedelic. There was a lot of like cross-dimensional shit, and that's
Yeah.
really
Like,
cool.
They were like,
when-
yeah. Sorry, you go
They
ahead.
should have found like realistic backgrounds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, trippy stuff.
Yeah, like
Like,
what they
so the
instead
big
it was
ass
like it's like, oh, now they're in TMNT, now they're in Star Wars, now they're in Asgard, and now they're on I don't know what I think it was like I don't know what the last thing is, and I should.
It was like a
dragon.
mindscape thing.
Yeah. Right. It's like, yeah, fine.
There should have been more diversity in spells too. It was
Also,
a lot
they,
of
they barely,
just
they
magic
barely
blast.
they don't fight each other much at all. I think Fate did more, and that's mostly at the start, and then in the middle, like at the end, Strange is kind of just he tosses out a couple of his more well-known abilities, and they don't do anything.
It was really weird because I actually was rooting for Fate because it's DC and he objectively wins and stuff
Yeah.
or should win.
And then as it goes on, you're like,
Fate's
Fate's
then
kinda
as I was
boring.
like, yeah, he is kind of
Yeah.
boring. He's just more of
And
like a force of nature.
he's always been powerful. I think the best use of Fate as a character is have either you seen Young Justice?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. A little
They
bit,
used
actually.
the Helm less as a character and more as a plot device to drive along Zatanna's story, and I think that was
Which
pretty
is
cool.
what he kind of is.
Yeah,
it's like
Like, didn't everyone kind of like hate him?
Yes, he's a dick. He's always been a dick.
he's above human concerns and all.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Like, can we go back to the other guy?
If you look at a fucking Injustice, he's trying to like help Superman, help Brainiac because Superman's that much of a dick and fuck the Earth.
that much of a douche. Yeah.
So it's kind of
Which,
like
to be fair, he is.
yeah, Superman is a dick, but then it's Batman helping him. Batman's like objectively right in Injustice, you know?
Yeah.
Like he does some shitty things in the comics, but for the most part, he's objectively
We're
right.
on a timer.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, as for the verdict,
Yeah, 30
the
seconds.
animation there's not much to talk about. Man, some of the hand drawn stuff look pretty. The animation, the verdict. Honestly, it's fine. They got it mostly right. I just think the Helm and Naboo calc is kind of shaky. Like,
Oh, he gets for sure. So he's still ridiculously
Oh
fast.
yeah, he's still faster. It's just that one in particular.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
It's an all right
still,
fight.
they're still like,
And even then, Strange has stupidly fast things in classic time too. And Strange is cooler, so there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There
Oh,
you go.
they lost. Damn it.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
This is the
It had to
beginning
be
of
this
Marvel.
way.
This is the beginning of Marvel's losing streak against DC.
And time.
Um.
There was
Right.
no other way.
The fucking that was probably the best part about the kill, the Infinity War reference.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to quite a sad one, I think. Ryu versus Jin, Torian's last death
Yeah,
battle.
we got Tekken, boys.
We finally got
Finally.
Tekken, and
And they died.
yeah. Since then, people have been re-looking at the calcs, and it's even more murky than it was when the fight was coming out about who should win. I still think
Yeah.
Jin wins because Ryu took
But it's not a stomp anymore.
it wasn't
Yeah.
ever really a stomp, but it's just like, eh. But now it's
I
like
mean, I was kind of rooting for Ryu because
I actually
they're both kind of boring.
I do
but-
agree. Ryu is probably a better, more likable character. He has more to him, whereas Jin is kind of just
And
Jin's kind of a plot device in Tekken, and the better characters are the people he's fighting against as the bad guys. Hayachi and
Yeah.
Kazuya are way more interesting, and the people
Also, Paul.
and the people around
Oh,
Jin, the people around Jin trying to react to him are also way more interesting. But no, yeah, I
Also,
get it.
Paul.
I do prefer the Devil Gene to the Satsui no Hado and the Power Nutty and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Anyway,
He is pretty
Okay.
cool, yeah.
Torian's last. This is Torian's last animation, right?
I think the start of this death battle in the dojo is like legitimately the best CQC
Yeah,
that
for
ever
him.
done. You know,
Yeah. So
like it was-
as a final bout, it's pretty good.
yeah, but then
Yeah.
the second half, it's actually I said
Ruby.
this. Oh yeah, hey Ruby. I've said this a lot. He did the best. He did the best post Monty fight in Ruby better than Ruby did by himself. Well, not by himself. He had the help of like two or three guys in the RT
Well-
department. But
No, well, okay. At the time, it was the post
Okay.
Monty fight.
what'll be better, fucking Adam versus Yang and Blake?
Yeah, I could say. I
Yeah.
mean, I've only watched
Actually, I saw one thing that they actually reused footage that Monty had done for Yang and Blake versus Adam in Volume 3 and just put it in Volume 6, and that was like the best shit in that fight. It was done by Monty.
Yeah. Oh wait, shit. Anyways.
Anyway,
Ryu
timer. Yeah, verdict. We kind of went.
We got... Good.
Yeah. Verdict. We yeah.
The music was hype.
Yeah. The rap is growing on me. I didn't like it at first, but I think it's really good as a standalone track. Whether or not it fits this fight is up for debate, but I like it.
Omega Spark just has a really good voice for this.
Yeah. You got an opinion on that, Mac?
I mean, well, the music, I don't even remember what the music was. I haven't seen the episode in a while.
It was the rap.
Okay, you're gonna have to be more specific. Torian
rap-
rap.
It was the TJ combo guy. who's
Oh,
rapping.
okay, yeah.
The same
yeah.
guy who did Kings of Infinity for Talent.
Okay.
You remember it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I can see rap making a lot more fighting game characters and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more quick thing I'll say is just the fact that Moh was able to pinpoint like all the special like combo their or the move sets that are inside the choreography of this fight. It shows that they definitely like.
That's actually that's a complaint I have actually. In that, while Ryu got a lot of his
Yeah.
shit, a lot of Jin, like it's TJ versus Balrog. There was a lot of that. In this
15
one,
seconds.
okay. In this one, not so much. In that, Ryu did a lot of his trademark shit. Jin, not so much.
But Jin didn't.
Like Devil Jin's
Oh,
most
okay.
well known for like hell sweeps into. There was no Wing God Fist. There's no hell sweeps. A lot of his more trademark shit is gone. His rage art was there, and a couple of his other more both Jin and Devil Jin's
time.
rage arts. I'll just finish the point. Both Jin and Devil Jin's rage arts were there, and a couple of his other like well-known combos, but not his most well-known combos and most well-known moves. And it's kind of. But Ryu got his shit, and it's perfectly fine. Like what he did was still
Street
cool.
Fighter 1 for once.
Yeah, Street Fighter 1 for once.
For like
First time in ages.
yeah.
They have the worst streak in that battle.
Since season 1, I think.
Yeah,
Really?
I
Yeah,
think-
maybe.
Going through it in my head.
Yeah,
Then, yeah, I think so. Last time they almost Blanca in that perfectly fair, well-researched battle.
Okay, now we have to go. Now we have to leave. We
I think-
cannot be mentioning this anymore.
I think my house. I think if you hear a beeping in the background, that's my
Your
house.
fire alarm's going off.
Yeah, I think my house alarm just went off. It's
All
my
right.
No, I can stay.
Stick with the ship.
Yeah, I can stay. I stick with the ship. It's fine. It's just that someone's probably tripped the alarm or something. Someone put the alarm on and opened the window. Right, moving on.
To the sun.
Jack versus Afro.
Right, this fight was weird.
My boy Jack got in.
Yeah, Jack got in. That's probably and Afro's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
Afro's
Afro's cool as hell too.
But
Yeah.
and I loved the story of this fight, not the fight itself. Just fighting on the bridge. That's cool. I love that it exists because Jets got drunk and said, "I can do Jack versus Afro, and I can do it hand drawn." He said to Ben, and Ben took him seriously. And then he woke up next morning like, "Oh my god, what have I done?" And he did it. So
Madman actually did it.
It's by far the second best 2D animated fight, in my opinion.
By far, the second best hand. It's better than the dog and the bear.
It was really short though. That's my.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
And I mean, it's his first time.
Not only that,
Yeah.
there's not much to do with Jack and Afro. They swing his sword.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can only make that cool in so many ways, and I think they did
Could
very
have
well.
been Mugen.
This is bloody. Like,
They had
Yeah,
to make
and
it
like I don't know
again,
whether I
yeah.
like it or not. I feel like they might. I feel like
think-
it kind of went over the top.
I think it fits with Afro Samurai and the last season of Samurai Jack, so I'll let it slide.
Show is good too because they said over and over again they like seeing like these characters die in brutally over the top comically ways and stuff. But yeah,
Like Jack
doesn't-
losing his arm.
I think
Yeah,
I think Jack getting the fucking scar down his chest was enough. I don't think he needed to lose his arm, and I think it actually made the kill shot look kind of wacky. When it actually,
A little
it's,
bit.
the fucking ending shot is really cool, but you're just taking out a moment by Jack cutting him up with one arm. It's like, it just looks so weird. But the fucking ending shot with Jack walking away, and if you look in the background, he's wearing the headband. That
Yeah.
shit's cool. But
Oh, that's
so-
cool.
but like,
And gotta get back.
yeah, and they put in the gotta get back. That's really cool. Like, yeah, it's a bit off key, but it's fucking original done. You know?
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
whatever.
It was also the most predictable when
This is
the
another
music
day.
came
Oh, yeah,
out.
this is-
just another day for Jack.
Yeah, fucking. This is like literally the most predictable Death Battle because they pretty much put the verdict out there for us before the we all. Like, if the music leaks before the fight, we always have people combing through it and trying to figure out who's gonna win.
It's
But this one spelled it out for you. Although they did invert that with Nightwing versus Daredevil. We'll get to that later.
and okay,
we'll get
verdict
to it
was
too,
right, of
because-
course.
Yeah, the verdict
Yeah.
was right. Fucking Afro didn't.
Jack
have it.
too strong.
Yeah, Afro was like, I think Will said it eons ago. He said that if Jack was in Afro Samurai, he'd have the #1 headband and hold it forever. If Afro was in Samurai Jack, he would be like weaker than a lot of the robots that Aku sends to kill Jack.
The
Yeah.
fodder robots.
Yeah, the fodder robots, because those things are like meant to be really tough, and it's just the people like Jack and the Scotsman are just absurd.
And time.
Oh,
Could have been Mugen.
I think we wrapped that one up well, actually. So yeah, I think that the Will's quote is actually a really good way to end that one. Anyway, moving on to probably the weirdest and most controversial, I want to say.
Controversial?
Yeah, it is kind of controversial actually.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate the weird factor to it, but at the same time,
that's it. Well, you'll get
It's Carnage versus Lucy.
Yeah, start the timer. Carnage versus Lucy. The matchup is weird, but I kind of like. I think there's better for Carnage, but also they wanted someone that they thought could kill him, and a lot of Carnage's better, more thematic matchups can't kill him or instantly eat him. So like,
this was kind of the best.
this is what they felt was best. I
Probably
think,
some more. Better matches for Lucy too. Now that I think about it.
yeah, but no one wanted Lucy. I say like Elfin Mead is a dead fad. Like I know I'm probably gonna get hate for people like in the comments like, oh, but I love the show. Yeah, the show was probably great for you when it was a big deal, but no one wanted it now. But it worked, and they're saying, hey, look at how many views it got. That's because Carnage is absurdly popular, and he shouldn't be. I've said in the past that Carnage is like the worst Spider-Man villain, but whatever.
Which like Will.
Yeah, when Carnage
the best.
when
me.
when
Oh,
Car-
I'm sorry.
when Carnage shows up in Spider-Man comics, everything tends to go to shit. So, like, in every way you can
Except
mean
for like
that.
the first.
Even the first time he showed up was kind of meh. It was just they wanted an edgy Venom, and everyone saw right through it. but also it was the 90s. People liked edgy shit.
At least the Super Nintendo game was average.
Yeah, Super Mario Nintendo games.
Track.
Anyway,
Anyways,
fight itself. I like.
it has one of my favorite tracks, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the
I know
track. I
that's
love
probably-
I love the music track. Actually, I agree.
It's so good.
It's really good. It's definitely the best thing out of this fight. The animation.
Like that. That's the
animation-
track I've listened to the most.
I
Probably.
think the animation has a lot of energy to it, and I appreciate that. I think the music adds a lot to it.
The thing is that we saw the preview of it test out pretty actively, and we saw it was like a con or something.
It was at
before
RTX.
the act. Yeah,
Yeah.
they showed the preview of it, so we're like, "Wow, this is really bloody and cool." And he's
Like it's only the start, and we were like,
fucking bullshit. And then the rest of it came out, and we found out the preview was like 80% of the fight.
and
And then the rest of it was just
the rest of it was really lame. Like we saw the meat of the fight.
And
The end-
the
the
kill shot was terrible.
The everything about that kill shot is terrible. Whatever you think about. Okay, verdict wise.
No. Let me get this one. Let me
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should live in the timeline where Ace's death was transferred to Carnage.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like we should have gotten the shot, symbiote peeling away, and then his skin.
And showing
Cletus
Cletus.
deserves that shit. He actually deserves to go out horribly.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But also, it's just like Carnage's ending lineup. Like Carnage was great through the whole
Oh
fight,
yeah,
and then he ends
the
with,
line was.
"I hate
stupid.
you." Like what?
Me hate you.
Me,
Comic
angry
book.
man.
It's like a cartoon villain.
It's like, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
like
is- I was just waiting for-
that's really fine. But when you have it set up with that fucking line when he comes out of the train,
I was just waiting for the wah wah wah.
yeah, at the end. Also, he's like,
Yeah.
Carnage is sitting there and taking it when we know he can ninja. That kind of shit was kind of lame, but whatever. You
All right,
can have it.
let's get to the verdict real quick. We're already
Okay,
over,
this is
might as well.
the most debatable verdict of the season. If there's only two fights that people really debated, and it's Ryu vs Jin and this one. Yeah, if the two questions are really, can Carnage kill Lucy or can Lucy kill Carnage with her nuke fists?
With anything.
With anything, yeah. With the nuke fist is the main one because of the heat.
Yeah.
And the Carnage is really inconsistent with what he's seeking in the tank. It took plasma to kill him in the most recent run, but he was already really, really weakened, and it was like, so, you know, it's really up for debate on what it takes to kill Carnage with what's it called, heat. In terms of force, she definitely packs enough force, but it's not as high as they said because there's more context to that feat. It's like they said she sunk an island. She didn't. She made a hole in the island, and that like fucking caused a tidal wave or something. It wasn't. It's like a chain reaction. So
Yeah.
it's a significant downgrade. Still above Carnage. Before anyone leaps at me, if it's enough to kill him with his restore regen. He's tanking.
Also speed.
And speed, yeah, they fucked up the speed. They're like, oh look, he went to orbit.
They always got fuck up
Yeah,
Spidey.
they always fuck up Spidey speed though, and street level speed in general, which we'll get to in two fights. Kinda.
But whatever.
Whatever. It's on the, like, I debated this quite heavily on the Discord, and I've convinced a couple of people against Lucy, but I also don't care because I don't like Carnage. I was kind of tilted because Lucy
It's
is
the
like,
moral of the story.
yeah, Lucy's kind of like the character that I hate on sight. It's like waifu
Lolly.
bait, lolly.
It's not really lolly.
There she
It's
is,
not
lolly.
really lolly.
Lolly,
No.
waifu bait, fucking overly. I don't really like
I
bloody
think
things.
she's
like,
adult. But I know she's ignoring she's actually 1,000.
yeah,
She's actually like an adult at one point.
I don't know, but it's just
It's weird. I don't care.
She's
about,
everything.
like,
She's everything.
I'm not gonna look into it.
She's too Japanese as well. It's like everything I
Yeah.
hate. Everything I hate, and then Carnage is like one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite character in all of comics. You know, so it's
Mo
like,
2019. She's too Japanese. I hate her.
Yeah, what's going on? I was
turn-
out of context.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You can go. You guys can lynch me now.
Final podcast.
Final podcast. Mo found dead. But no.
And
Yeah.
with that, that's where we end this one, and
Yeah.
we go on to a cool
All
fight.
right.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I'm
watching.
cool with that. I'm cool with that one.
Optimus versus Gundam.
Oh my god, this fight plus
Two Japanese idiots.
this fight plus the last three are like all in contention for the best fight of the season.
Some of the best.
It's some of the best ever. Yeah, like it's unreal
Yeah.
how good this season got towards the end.
This is the first post-Torian animation, and it
Oh
was.
my god!
It was so
How
crisp.
fucking...
Honestly, this is the power of the Unreal Engine because, like, yeah, they have 3 animators, and that's like now, and they're all doing different things. Like one of them's doing effects, one of them's doing character animation, and one of them's doing face animation. As far as I know, I'm not too sure.
Not that there's really much facial animation for this one.
No,
you
not
need to
that.
do,
There wasn't
yeah.
that much for this one. And also, then you had Jets in the background, like a madman, doing all the hand animation for.
Gets his Torian...
For a
touchable.
Muro.
Yeah. But which as you
But
know,
it was
they got
cool.
they got the wrong suit for Amuro, and that's about the only complaint you can have. Like
Yeah,
he's using like his adult suit and his child robot, and it's kind of weird.
Oh,
I
he's
thought-
DD.
Yeah, D will let everyone know about that one. But no, this fight was so cool.
It's so fucking good.
It was really, really, really cool.
Yeah, it's like
Another one of their best they've done ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's really faithful to like both series. It's like the exact kind of
the
music.
one thing that's
80s
the
tinge.
fucking music isn't faithful to Gundam. It's really Transformers-y. But
but
Who
it
cares?
fits with like an '80s
it
type
fits,
of
it
vibe.
fits
At
a
least for
robot
Tran-
fight. Also,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
background of the music is the fucking robots in the skies thing, and that's so cool.
I would have liked if the Gundam did a little bit more than he did. It felt like he was just kind of outmatched the entire match, which is
fair.
accurate.
Yeah.
But-
He got the stab at the end, and he blew up the ship. But
Yeah.
basically, when he had the pistol, it felt even, and the minute the beam, it was what's called the pulse rifle. I can't remember. The minute that was lost, Optimus just dominated
I
him.
hate gravity.
Yeah, the minute that was the minute they felt Earth, Optimus just dominated him minus that one stab, which is exactly what they said in the research. It's very rare the animation shows it like word for word. It was very good. Like if it works for an entertaining fight, I'm all for that. But you can take
Yeah.
liberties if you need to. Fucking the bit where they did the game thing, where he like transformed into the truck form and hit him. in the
Yeah,
game's
I like
title.
how they incorporate the truck a lot.
Yeah, that's from
that
one of the
was-
games. It's what is it? Transformers
much.
Devastation? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's really good. Fucking, I think the beatdown on Earth when he fucking grabs him.
Where he's just dragging him
Yeah,
to the
he
ground.
grabs him,
And
knees
the
him,
end with the kick.
and the kick with the tires. Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's so good. It's like that's one of my favorite 3D scenes
Optimus
I've
is
ever
fucking pissed.
done.
Goddamn Optimus.
I think this, as a standalone track and as a fight track, I think this might be the best track they've ever done. Like in terms of like, music, it's so
yeah,
good.
easily one of them at the very least.
It's at the very least, it's one of them. Yeah.
Finally, Transformer love after
The last time they showed up, they got
He's
shit
fucking
on.
Starscream.
Yeah, the last time they showed up, they got literally shit on. This time it's
By a
like
pony.
by a pony, and this time it's like, oh, look at Optimus, he blew up Unicron. That takes 40 ototons. They gave the Matrix, which is
he was really strong.
downplaying the Matrix, but everything else
Yeah.
is kind of like 1-to-1 with what everyone else was giving him. They didn't give him like FTL speed for. No, they gave him FTL speed, but for his pistol and for movement in space, I think. So he got everything.
I actually don't know between this one and then the Optimus versus Iron Man thing, which is I think was Superpower Beatdown,
Yeah, I think
the
this is
Mighty
better.
Raccoon animation.
This
I
is
like
better.
it both.
But they're both good, but I think this is better. I think the other one drags on a bit too long.
Anyway.
In points.
4 minutes. I think we're good with this one, right? Unless any closing thoughts, because this was a really good one.
My fucking friend is a huge Transformers fan. It's the same friend that always comes up, and I tried to convince him that Amuro wins for like 2 days after the fight came out. And he didn't. And like eventually, I linked it to him, and he watched it. And as he's like, "Is this gonna hurt me?" And I said, "Maybe." And he watched it, and then he's like, "Yeah!" It was just,
That's great.
yeah, that was fun. Anyway, I think we're good.
All right, Med, you still here?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we're doing good so far. Knock on wood. Next, we got Nightwing versus Daredevil.
This one was okay. Shout out to
The very
Ismahawk.
first live action.
Yeah, I'd love this to be a regular thing. Actually,
Yeah,
You can only really
it's
do
surprising
street
that they
levelers, and I don't know how you'll
took this
do.
long.
yeah. Obviously, you'd have to do it only for certain fights, but I'd like to do it again because I think whilst this one was good, I also see more potential there.
Definitely. Yeah. If they have like, I guess they could use like Star Wars characters and
Bond versus Bourne
stuff.
is one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Bourne. Yeah, definitely.
Bond versus Bourne. But yeah, this one's pretty decent for what like it's the first live action.
A lot. Oh.
There's teethings problems, but like, yeah, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, TV problems, but it's like I don't know. Yeah, I think this might be the most controversial one besides Lucy versus Carnage. I think. Well,
yeah.
Okay. There's one more. There's one more maybe.
Oh, the next one.
But yeah, it was really cool, and this is coming from someone who likes both characters a lot. Actually,
yeah, I like.
Yeah.
I think one advantage if there was more flippy shit in the sprites, that might have like represented them a tiny bit better. But I like this approach. I think it made everything feel a lot more visceral, which lined up with the Daredevil show.
And it was pretty well choreographed too.
Yeah,
all things,
yeah.
even if it,
apparently the wind. You know when he needs the truck and the window shatters, the window shattering was accidental, and they ran with it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. What's it called?
Yeah.
Actually,
I like both characters.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, and I like both characters, even though I'm the Daredevil show. So I'm
as
fine
are
with
many people.
Yeah.
This fight, the actual making of it, actually started trending on Twitter, when they put up the making of it on Ismahawk, which is like I mean like not just trending in circles that I'm in. I mean like over all of Twitter. It wasn't like a top trend, but it was still. Yeah, it wasn't like a massively top trend, but it was like in like top 20 or something like that. It was really really big. I'm surprised it didn't get more views out of that actually. There's not much to say.
How about the
on
verdict?
fight.
Because I feel like that might be.
Yeah, the verdict is.
That might be kind of the controversial part.
The controversial part was Nightwing not having as much of an ass.
Yeah, he needed more butt.
This is true.
Fucking the dick needed more butt. Like it's obvious.
It writes itself.
Right, the verdict. I agree with it.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's shaky because Nightwing scales to a lot of the shit Batman scales to, which is a lot of the top tier street leveler stuff.
And he's still competitive with Deathstroke, even though Deathstroke is still outclasses him. He still puts up a fight.
He's not completely outclassed. But Daredevil, on the other hand, whether or not he scales to like fucking anything in the Marvel street levelers is really up for debate. Like really up for debate.
Maybe just because they're on a level playing field as far as like Deadpool doesn't just one shot him. You know what I mean?
But Deadpool also, whether or not Deadpool scales to that shit either is also up for debate. Like,
Deadpool has his own multi-city block level stuff.
Yeah, but like that's still not that far out of Dick's range.
Yeah.
The sound what was the big debate among people who aren't as versus inclined?
He has. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like he had in Daredevil's cowl. He has sound suppressors, but from everything I've seen, it looks like he has to actually turn them on. So, like there's a scene in one of the comics where he gets like pelted with a sonic cannon, and he has to turn it's fucking him up, and he's like, I gotta turn on my suppressors, and it's still fucking him up when he has the suppressors on. But the fucking sound cannon was like tearing up the ground and shit.
Those are actual cannons too, so then it all becomes a debate of whether or not Nightwing Sonics are louder or more deadly or whatever.
Yeah, it's up for debate, and also he has to turn them on. So if this blast comes out of nowhere, unlike in the comp where he's expecting it, then it might do more of a number on him.
And Daredevil is genuinely faster too.
Yeah, Daredevil
as far as reactions go, because he has the much, not radically so, but
I think what they said in that they're mostly equal is fairly accurate.
Yeah.
You can separate them if you get into the nitty-gritty, but not by enough to really matter. So I think what they said is pretty much right, in my opinion.
Alright, almost 5 minutes. So we can stop there. Yeah. Alright, so next, we got Mario vs. Sonic 2.
Oof!
Oof.
Hey, Blind Ferret. Nice to see you back again, ish. They didn't do terrible. This is the best hand-drawn fight we've had.
By far.
Yeah, they really should.
defend the choice here, but
Oh yeah, they
worked
definitely
out
should have
fine.
gone. They definitely should have gone sprites. I think. Like
It
I'm
was
o-
silly not to.
I'm okay with it because the next two we got were really, really, really good. But at the same time, it should have been sprites, or even
Yeah.
models. But they wanted it to be special, and then they got the Death Battle guys who are the guys who are most well known for giving us like the least special Death Battle we've ever had. You know, it's literally a bear versus a dog, and like they even lampshaded in fucking Thanos versus Darkseid. It's like you got a dog in a trench coat and put it against a bear. What did you
Yeah.
think was going to happen? And that's what their verdict came down to, which is what makes it. They're like, oh no, they have so much more. Anyway, we have a timer. Yeah, this fight. I think they explained their reasoning. My biggest complaint was they not using Cappy, and they explained why they didn't use it, so I'm okay with it. It was either use Cappy.
and it wasn't like Palutena not being in store.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
or form. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't use it because they're like, we have only the time for one because it's so expensive. We had either double cherries or the Cappy, and we thought the double cherries would be better. And I agree. I think the double cherry beatdown is like really good.
Yeah.
Just going on that topic, they really could have included so much. There's so much that you can use for this fight. And even in the older Ben animation,
That's
it
definitely
did-
the one.
it did
That's the one thing the
much
old
better.
Ben, the old one Ben animation really showed off their arsenals a bit more.
showed off their power ups and all that stuff.
I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
whilst the moon bust itself is kind of I think the scenario leading up to it with the wing cap and the star is really good. Though that animation loop where they're flying up is really lame. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Mario Hoops 3-on-3 finish.
Oh, that was so good though.
Yeah.
And the
So long,
mushroom
gay
cloud,
hedgehog.
so long gay hedgehog, the mushroom cloud, and the bird that
was
fucking
pretty
his
cool.
hands.
Yeah.
I actually, we
That
can
made-
I think we can keep gushing because I don't think we need to go over the verdict because we've gone over this verdict before.
But too long didn't watch if Mario wins because he's drunk.
Mario literally
Yeah.
has better stats in every single way than like anything Sonic has ever had, minus stuff in the comics, maybe, because whether or not that's legit is like up for scrutiny at all times, and alternate forms that he doesn't normally have access to, which are also under scrutiny. So you know, Mario shit is a lot more clear cut.
Yeah.
That's a sentence you don't hear often.
Not in the versus community, but I don't know, the ones that matter. They say
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah, no, I think
And time.
oh, cool. Yeah, I think we covered everything we needed to on that one as well.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
cool.
the music track is pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also through I was predicting Sonic with the supersonic part.
Yeah, we were trying to script out the fights in our head, and we thought that when Mario goes for... We thought that when they were flying up into space, that was supersonic. But supersonic actually happened like a full minute before that happened, or half a minute. Which is kind of... It wasn't even super, it was hypersonic, if we're going to be, like, about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyways,
All right.
right, this
We
fight...
got
we might-
Ultron versus
We
Sigma.
might run over on this one a little bit, I think.
because holy shit.
Hey, this fight is...
It was so fucking.
This is so good. There's no... I think, to echo Med, it had no right to be this good.
It didn't, but I don't-
Like,
I got on Marvel vs. Capcom.
yeah.
there was
well,
a lot of
Marvel, baby.
there were so many Marvel versus Capcom or Marvel versus DC fights this
Yeah.
season. But
Yeah.
I don't know. People were bitching about it a lot, especially since how prevalent it is. People really hate Marvel versus DC, but I think this is like a reason why we like seeing it because you get like these kind of matchups.
Yeah.
Even if
yeah.
it's a stomp, but it
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
leads to
First
win.
of all, to get out of the way, verdict is spot on. The researcher for this one was was our boy Swan.
Our boy
Our boy.
And writer.
growing up.
Researcher and writer. He's gone. He's gone places. He's no longer Swan. He has ascended to become Liam. But yeah, this is so good. It's like we didn't think Optimus vs Gundam could be topped, and then they fucking put 3 on par with it.
Got
Topped it again, and then they
fight,
topped it
they got
again
it.
later.
Yeah, this was so good. Like they did 4 fights of the same god tier quality in like quick succession. And
They had-
and the 2 fights in between them aren't bad either.
They had
So,
a little bit of the whole battle scenario that everybody wanted from this. They had
Yeah.
the different forms, different body switching, the different abilities coming out,
The hacking.
See what
I
else
like
we get
how they
involved.
portrayed the hacking as well. It was really cool.
It did it really
Yeah.
The
well.
voices were god. They fucking got Sigma's Marvel vs. Capcom
got
Infinite
it.
voice actor, and he's under a fucking synonym again.
The voices
like,
were
like Johnny and Bosch all the way back when.
And they hit it
What
with the
did-
Danganronpa reference.
only
And over
complaint.
one-
My only complaint is that Vile was off too quickly. My boy Vile, but oh well.
It's also completely accurate, so.
It is completely accurate, but
Ultron just comes
Oh,
down.
and the track. When the track, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like that drop,
oh yeah, the music track.
I
Okay.
feel it.
You know what's
feel
weird?
it.
The fucking official release for it is actually kind of terrible. Because
Yeah.
the Death Battle did their own mixing of it or something, and Brandon's the original mix is kind of eh. It's still good, man. It's still good. Like but the fucking mix in the fight is way better.
I just saw it too.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Marvel win. Marvel dead, boy. We Dragon Ball now. But
This was truly the last Swan novel.
it could be.
Ah.
It could be the last Marvel vs. Capcom thing we like ever get, but in anything. But this was still really good. Like
Swan.
Swan outdid himself.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Like if you're
Yeah,
going for
I got you, fam.
if you're going for a debut. Did you say Swan Song? Did I miss that?
Yes.
You both cut
Yes.
off. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Fucking, but no, this fight was so good. Like
Everything, like top to
Everything-
bottom, this is.
you can't.
They had even the
it's-
dialogue in the fight,
and it
was-
got
Yeah.
taken off YouTube.
of course.
Yeah,
Because it was too
Well,
quality.
yeah.
we
The,
could
fuck,
have.
the
We
guy
could.
who did the Ultron drone sprites took it down apparently.
Got pissy. I
Yeah,
guess.
which is weird because they're free to use on Mugen, like without credit. Which is you should credit it. I think they did credit them in the credits and the description, which is what makes it worse. Is that they
Wait.
did what they're supposed to do.
Oh shit! I forgot that I got mentioned in Mario vs. Sonic 2's.
Oh yeah, you
edit.
did because you were on the fan
That's-
blog for that one.
That's right.
Sorry, we should.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah,
Congratulations,
yeah.
Thank you.
everybody moving up in the world.
except me.
The leader of the podcast. What do you mean?
I feel honored.
I'm the intern.
But no, this fight is something special. Yeah,
And moving on to something not as special, but pretty cool still.
I
We
think
got-
it's just as special, honestly. It's
Not as Japanese, said Mo.
Yeah, this is two Japanese fighting.
Wait, no, too little Japanese.
No,
we
no,
got
thi-
the battle of the senseis, Master Roshi versus Master Jiraiya.
This was perfect for what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
I think. It's just
Definitely.
that's
Definitely.
a running team here.
Is this the longest 2D fight we've had in a while?
Yes, it's 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it was really
It's,
long.
I think
and
it's
I'm
over
happy
4 minutes long, actually.
about that. They
Like,
covered
I
most of the
loved
building
it.
pretty well.
At the same time, it got me a little salty that it wasn't like Sora versus Pit wasn't as long.
Yeah,
Right?
there's a lot of fights that had more to show, and they said, "Oh, we gotta give Roshi and Jiraiya the full thing because they have so much to show." But it's like you've done more vast characters. It's just these two are the
Right.
ones you picked. But okay, like fucking the next 2D
But
fight.
yeah,
we
you
talk
can't
about-
exactly complain about it too much because
No,
the fight.
Fucking the next
good.
2D fight we talk about, they actually explicitly cut something because they're like, we had too little time. And it's like, with this fight, you fucking gave 4 minutes. And I'm glad they did, because think of
Yeah.
an ability they have, and it was used here. I think the only thing that might not have been used, and I say might because I think it was, is the electroshock surprise, and I think it was used at the start when he threw the book back at him. I think he shot,
Yeah,
Right.
So,
vaguely.
yeah, but everything else was used. Like, everything else they have is used.
And yeah, it Jiraiya did well.
Yeah, Dry did fine. Dry got a good account of himself.
Yeah,
Roshi
and
got-
Roshi.
Yeah, he wasn't made like a bitch or anything, so that's always appreciated.
He got his licks in, yeah, he got his licks in. It, like,
Yeah.
He clearly did nothing. Roshi kind of just shook it off, but...
as he
also,
would.
the fucking kill shot being fucking accidental.
Roshi
Yeah.
wasn't Team 4-star Roshi, was he?
No, he
I
wasn't.
don't think
No.
so.
Oh.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Which is weird, but okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh well.
But they went
Like
for
the guy
they
who
went
started
for they went for a Roshi that sounded more accurate to the actual Roshi instead.
That's fine.
I
So-
think it's fair.
Yeah.
No.
I think his fucking Roshi's Kamehameha is almost more distinct from me than Goku's. Like he does it in a very, very unique way. The
Yeah.
sounding of it, and I think this voice actor got it spot on. So can't complain.
Yeah.
Roshi So's Naruto.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Does. Cry nerds.
Although I think
Insert, like,
if
the
you don't
picture of
if
him,
you don't
like-
give him tournament power scaling, you can get Naruto and Sasuke and the stage and stuff up to planet level. So if you don't give Roshi tournament power stuff, then the god tiers in Naruto can beat him maybe.
Isn't he still playing? Maybe. At least because he
Who?
still, like, decimates a shit ton of, like, Frieza fodder in the
Oh
movie.
yeah, the Frieza fodder. But then again, thing is, Super Broly gave us a bit more fucking like context in that the Freezer Force is much weaker than it used to be.
Okay.
And a lot
Like,
of them,
physically weaker or just because...
yeah, like physically
Physically.
weaker. And you even see
Okay.
people like Saiyans on planet Vegeta running around using pistols because they can't use fight properly. And the Freezer Force is kind of the same. Like. So Chi-Lai
Alright.
and Lemmo are in the fucking Freezer Force, and neither of them are planet level for sure, you know? Also, go see the Broly movie if you haven't already. It's fucking amazing.
It's so good. Got to see it in front row.
I probably will, but I don't really follow Super, so I don't want to be like,
You don't need
damn,
to.
I don't...
Dude, all you
I
need
didn't.
all
I
you-
didn't watch Super.
I did, and all you need to
Alright,
know
fine.
is
I'll
that...
go watch the Pornhub link, because that's the only way I can watch it.
all you need to know is that the blue form exists. You need to know you need to know pretty much everything in Resurrection F, kinda, except
I know the blue form,
yeah, you need to know blue form. You need to know Golden Frieza. You need to know that Frieza's alive.
I know
again.
the two movies before then.
And
if that makes
you need
sense.
to know
And
the
tournament.
you need to know tournament power happened just for a bit of a tiny bit of backstory, and that Frieza is alive again because of it.
Yeah, I remember what you
Where?
guys...
Yeah, that's
We're
like
post-
all you need to know.
I got the gist, basically.
Yeah.
Go Broly, go go. Go Broly, go go.
Kakarot, Kakarot. Or fucking what was go Broly, come on Broly, Gogeta.
Gogeta.
That every single fight in that movie is so fucking fun to watch.
DBCS wrestling.
It actually is. Those
It
are
sounds like something that'd be fucking stupid, but when you actually watch it,
yeah. You listen to the soundtrack. Okay, here's a thought experiment for you, Mac. Yeah, listen to the soundtrack, then watch the movie, then listen to the soundtrack again. Because that's what I did. You watch it the first time and you're like, oh my god, that's so stupid. Why are they chanting? It doesn't. It's bad. I don't like it. And then you watch it, and then it's like, this makes complete sense. My worldview is opened. I see different
Chant
colors.
more.
I see different colors than I used to.
It's Dragon
my
Ball Z
third
Kingdom
eye is
Hearts.
opened.
Oh, that fucking actually that's not even inaccurate when the fucking
It really isn't.
when Broly and Gogeta punch each other and they go in another dimension and Gogeta's even like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But he's like, they don't explain it. It just happens for like 2 minutes. They do a CG fight in there and then it goes back to normal animation when they get out of it. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
but
We're going.
we gone way. Oh yeah. Also,
All right.
the
On to
Speaking of going,
before
Speaking
before we go on, the music track for this one is like really underrated. It's really good.
Roshi versus
Yeah,
Jiraiya?
seriously.
Yeah, Roshi vs. Jiraiya. It's caught in my head.
I don't remember. I have to watch it again.
Yeah,
There
you do so. Cause like what funny thing I've been doing is like as I've mentioned before, I always have like different scenarios for different fights running on my head, and I set so many of them now to that fight track in particular. It's so energetic and upbeat, and it hits different.
Yeah.
It hits story beats like in its music, if that makes sense. Not like actually. Like,
Yeah, no, I got you.
You
I'm
get
the
what I
same.
mean. Yeah, men knows what I'm talking about. It's not like you're actually telling like a full deep story with character. It's like this is when a character is powering up. This is when he's making a comeback. There's shit happening in this fight. It's it's really good. Really good. It's like although I have tracks I like better as songs, I think as a fight track this might be the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of
So-
really good.
Yeah.
So as a segue, when you said the fight track is really underrated, I was asking about the next one,
Oh yeah.
but
yeah.
I still agree with
Yeah.
Roshi versus Jiraiya.
You know what?
and
You know what's
probably
funny about
more,
this one
though.
as well is that it's the same as Ryu versus
Thanos
Jin.
versus Dark.
Yeah, Thanos versus Darkseid.
Yeah.
I think we can. I honestly, dude, I think we can stop at the timer for the next tree. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
go on. for these
Okay.
three, because the next two are this season, and this one is Thanos versus Darkseid. For fuck's sake,
It's fucking Thanos versus Darkseid.
I had
The
no.
one we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
honestly.
between this and Galactus vs Unicron and the two, everyone's like, when, and this one happened. And you know what's funny is that I had no faith they'd do this one justice, and they did more than that.
They did.
It feels definitive almost. It's like if these
Like,
two fought
like,
in the comics, this is what would
how are they
happen.
Like, in terms of, like, scale and whatnot, this is something that hasn't
Unless
been a thing
they go
since
straight on.
Goku versus Superman.
No,
Almost.
Chuck versus Segata. That's how big it got.
It got bigger.
Yeah, it's 3D Chuck versus Segata.
Yeah, it actually is. And actually, except for the universe-ending black hole at the end, no, even then, it looks like it was only a normal black hole. This fight went straight up into the destroyed universe and put it back. That's what happened in the fucking punch. Like, that's what's meant to have happened. Anyway.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, this fight was actually, like, okay, agreeing with Med is that the fight track is really underrated. Because when you listen to it on its own, it's like, how would that fit Thanos versus Darkseid? Then you watch the fight, it's like, it fits perfectly. It actually does. Like, the beats for the
And, like,
rap-
Omega,
Yeah, Mega Sparks'
he
voice.
just gives this intimidating vibe with, like, with his voice to the lyric.
Yeah! And also, if you listen to the lyrics, it's like the first one is generic.
I'm the king.
Yeah, the first one, the first
No,
verse...
King Nga.
The first
Yeah,
verse-
I really should have done that.
Yeah, the first verse is kind of like them rapping against each other. The second verse is all Darkseid, and the third verse,
Yeah.
and the third verse, which isn't in the fight, which is meant to happen when they're in space up until the black hole. Yeah, that got cut from the actual fight. That's Thanos. Like that, and then the last bit is obviously just like battle for the universe. I'm the king over and over again, which works.
I'm the king.
It works because it just works. Go if you break. Also, the city fight, the fight when they're actually in the city, that is also underrated. When everyone talks about this fight, they're like, "Oh, look at the fucking shit in space. It's so big in scale." But
No sell the building you threw.
yeah, like that shit.
yourself.
Like, yeah, I get it. It's not like the peak of what these guys and you're just sitting, like, if you know this shit, you're just sitting there waiting for it to go on. But in terms of pure cool and in terms of animation, like, holy shit, dude.
I actually quite liked it too because it showed esoteric shit that Thanos could do with the Infinity Gauntlet. Like he could bend space and reality and do some insane type shit.
I love how
That was
Darkseid just sitting there and like fucking like
It's like
his hands
Yeah.
crossed as he's falling
Yeah.
through buildings.
That's that. I don't have much of an opinion of Darkseid. That's by far my favorite. It's just hold your hands behind your back while you
That's
fight.
that's canon. He does
It's
that.
so cool.
No, that's the thing about Darkseid is that what makes him really okay before New 52 happened, where he's just personally involving in himself in like universe invasions, is that he's really fucking powerful. But he does
He does not give a fuck.
because he's behind the scenes. He's
Also-
a plotter too.
Yeah, not only that, like, he's really powerful, but a lot of times he can't, like, I was looking into this, he can't use it because, like, he's constantly fighting with new gods, even when he's doing shit with the Justice League. He's like,
Exactly.
His true form
Because
is...
the new gods themselves are really fucking powerful. Like High
he's like one versus all in a bunch of the new gods' true forms, whilst his avatar is fighting the Justice League, and the new gods are focusing a lot of their efforts on this, like, specific thing where he can't use, like, his full powers of even his avatars on Superman.
He's also hiding himself because I remember like
Aw.
he's restricted
Wake me up.
to like whatever the true Darkseid wants him to do, kind of like it's weird because avatars are kind of whole thing
Yeah.
separate from the true Darkseid, but the true Darkseid like kind of like commands like the different
True Darkseid
avatars
is True
in the
Darkseid, which
universe.
is, yeah, True Darkseid is True Darkseid. He has a connection with them all, but he's like, they're different. It's strange. Darkseid is weird. Darkseid is very, very weird.
It gets very meta in DC when you go up to cos.
Meanwhile, Thanos has a
Shit,
shiny
it's very-
glove. Like
That couldn't work.
Thanos is a very, very simple character in comparison. Like, yes, the Infinity Gauntlet can do a bunch of insane shit. Like, the most recent Infinity Gauntlet story
Well,
arc,
actually, it's not that simple anymore, Mo.
What happened now?
Just remember that every Marvel character is omniversal.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, we haven't talked about that at all. I don't know if you saw it, Ned, but fucking there's these upgrades going around that, like, Herald level up are all like universal now, and then everyone above that, which include Thanos.
It's absolutely
It's so good.
90s comics. Everybody
Yeah.
scales to everybody.
like-
They're full buying on the.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's be fair. They're not. It's not like everyone scales to everybody. I think like the lowest character that they're scaling is like Binary Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
still like she's still absurd in that form, but like that means like pretty much every Herald up, you know.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I'm just kind of just listening.
He's just nodding.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah, okay, Harold, sure.
Yeah.
This
I'll pull
fight.
up the picture.
Yeah, this anyway, fucking Darkseid not saying the punch with the Infinity Gauntlet, and then he's like being he gets swung and he's like sliding across the street with his hands still crossed. It's simple. That's cool. It's like it's simple, but like it's so cool. I don't care.
Yeah.
Also,
Dude, the fact that Thanos,
yeah, go on,
he's-
Mac.
yeah, the fact that like the end of the fight, he's just snapping Darkseid, and Darkseid is just baiting him to go to his own realm.
That's perfect.
It's such a Thanos thing to
It's
do.
such a. It's
Just,
both
"Oh,
of
fuck."
them. It's both of them. That's why it's so perfect. Thanos' whole thing is he's self-sabotaging because he's afraid he has a small pee-pee, and Darkseid's whole thing is that he's always like 10 steps ahead. Like it's literally like putting a dumbass. Like it's what they said for Joker versus Sweet Tooth, except that's actually how it is.
Oh, Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said Goku for
No,
Sweet Tooth.
no.
I'm like,
Oh, that would be
that?
that would be a
Exciting.
great fight. I think
Right now.
Sweet Tooth wins because he overfeeds Goku with ice cream. like Goku gets brain freeze. And that's it. Anyway, yeah, this fight is like there's so much cool shit. Like we haven't even talked about all the shit in space. Also,
yeah, they're just
also
TKing planets around and using them as like.
fucking Thanos
Bro,
throws
I
him
need
into his sun with a planet, and then he like pops it with just like crushing his hand, and then Darkseid just steps out of it in his giant form using a planet to like hold himself up, and then
Well, he
picks
used a
up-
boom tube.
Yeah, he turned it. No, he turned it into a boom tube, and then he picked up the black hole, which was now a boom tube. No, it wasn't a boom tube because they show what the boom tubes look like in their animation later, and it's more close.
Okay.
Yeah, so he didn't boom tube it. He just like reality warped it or used a mega effect on it or something. Turned it like his own power, and then climbed out of it.
Oh,
and
speaking of
crushed it.
fucking worst death ever.
Oh my god!
Christ.
Jesus Christ! Like we literally only saw the start of his death, and it was him being cooked by Deadpool. Oh my god!
My meme pool.
By meme
Meme
pool.
pool.
That
Yeah, not
makes
even
it
the good
worse.
Deadpool.
Not even good Deadpool. It's meme pool. Oh, it's so bad. It's like poor. I feel sorry for this homicidal maniac because it only.
It's not even the good Thanos. It's the dick Thanos, and like we're sorry for him.
It's like, and it's worse because you know it gets worse. This is the start. That was the first one. Oh god, poor guy. And then fucking
Poor Thanos.
poor Thanos. Fucking another thing I liked in the space bit, backtracking a bit, is Thanos just Darkseid just sitting there and tanking all the planets being Thanos fucking Darkseid sitting there as Thanos is coming towards him with the fucking chain of planets. Thanos gets
He just picks up Jupiter and
Yeah,
did like a fucking street fight pebble or rock that they
and
find.
fucking Thanos
Back
just
to the thing.
Thanos throws him like into the fucking into the planets. They just
The
hit his
sun?
chest. No, they just hit his chest. The planets, all the chain.
Oh,
of
yeah,
planets.
There's a melee weapon.
Yeah, and also Thanos copter. They did the Thanos copter. Like there's everything.
did it.
There's fucking everything in this shit. And fucking what else? There was one other thing.
Okay, they should have. I would have liked it as just a little cameo. If they show, you know how they showed like the Omega Sanction, every like reality of death that he goes through. I would have liked just one of them to just show him being arrested
Getting
by
arrested.
the two cops.
The fucking next community death battle they did was the muggers who the cops who arrested Thanos versus the muggers who mugged Darkseid.
Yeah.
But no, it's like what's it called? No, another underrated shot, by the way, is when Thanos does reality warping in the city and then walks through the portal while it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. It's just
Oh shit! I only got 9% on my.
don't
Okay.
charge it. But yeah, this shit.
I can't charge it because there's only one plug on an iPhone and I can't put a headphone in.
Oh,
All right then. Let's.
Yeah, I think
I
also Verdict.
Speaker.
Verdict was right because Darkseid
Yeah.
is weird.
Darkseid is super weird. Fourth World in general is just fucked.
The fucking
Final Crisis.
They got plaudits because people were like, thank you solved Final Crisis. And like, that's how Versus has always perceived Final Crisis, but okay. Anyway, moving on, I suppose, from that epic thing to not as good.
We're
still
finally
good.
We're caught up to the season.
Yeah, we're on the last fight. Holy shit!
Oh my god!
How long have we been going? We've been going an hour. Oh boy.
Can't be that long. 45 minutes?
An hour.
Maybe an hour? Oh, that's not too bad. All right.
An hour 5. Anyway. Aquaman versus Namor.
Let's go.
Season premiere, and it is the best season premiere since
Dante versus
and that is not saying a lot.
Yeah,
because this episode was actually pretty fun.
It was good. It's on par with all the 2D fights that we just mentioned, minus the two obvious ones.
People are disappointed in it just because it's widely requested, and this is a fight that they had to do, but they had to do it, and it's not like a super.
There's not much you can do.
It's a fight that makes sense. It's not
unless you go really well. They had to. Unless you go really into the CQC, there's not much you can do with it because their powers. Like if one used it, why wasn't the other using it? You know, how do you show? So what they did was they kind of focused in on their unique powers, which makes sense. And what's it called? Then they just made the fight like they changed locales and made it pretty weird. And I think it worked. I think it was pretty good.
Death by Anglerfish was pretty. Not even Anglerfish.
Yeah, that was the best.
They were also a fucking fun fact. They got called out on Twitter because they said "get 'em, Aquaman said "get 'em, boys." Anglerfish cannot be boys if they have the dangly thingy.
Yeah, it's all the females.
They're all
right. It's a big.
They're
like little guppies if they're male.
Aquaman assumed their gender. But no, it's
just because I'm a biology major, I just know that the males actually morph into the female, become one with them, and die. Actually. It's super gross. Anyway, don't look it up.
The fucking end of this fight was actually really tense and really good. I think it's one of the best ends of a fight we've had in a while.
Oh yeah, when they're in the dark.
As good as all, I think it's probably the best ending since Mario vs. Sonic 2, and it's probably better.
It reminded me a lot.
Most
what they did was, yeah. No, go ahead.
It's probably the best ending since Mario vs. Sonic 2 in terms of like the whole ending sequence, not just the kill shot.
Yeah.
And it's also like, of all the ones we just talked about, I think none of the other fights have as good an ending sequence as this.
And yeah, and also it reminded me a lot of with that part in the dark where they clash and then
mind you, you got cut off there. Remind you a lot of what?
It reminded me of Sam.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They were clearly working with limited sprites, and I think they did pretty well for that.
It was a solid episode, I feel.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Also,
they kind of downplay both of them too, though.
Well, that's standard. It's standard Depp downplay. Like it's obviously what they were gonna do. But they gave the one thing they gave full on was Aquaman scaling to Wonder Woman speed.
Woo! Hulk.
No, oh yeah, they also gave Namor Hulk, but then they downplayed Hulk. So yeah.
Yeah, even Grey Hulk is like
even Grey Hulk
vastly.
Yeah, because he destroyed an asteroid that was like bigger nerd. But yeah, no, this is fine. I think the dialogue was actually pretty good. It got their characters pretty well. It was cheesy, but I think that worked for it. I think it was good. Yeah, it's not nothing special, but it was good.
One thing that they actually, I'll say about Death Bow is usually when I watch like the analysis and stuff, is not stuff that I've heard before, unless it's like characters I don't care or never like really got into and stuff. So like characters I don't know anything going into. But with this one, we were kind of like discussing it when it was first announced, and I mentioned or brought up, oh yeah, Aquaman, he can, for some strange reason, like summons are able to hurt like all these hero levels, and it's like super weird, but who knows why. And I kind of did it as a joke because it showed there's all these scans showing like sharks biting into Superman,
but then they showed off the clear.
But then they explained it. They showed off the clear, and I actually didn't know that because I could have read in the green. But I never.
I was researching it, and I looked it up. And I was like, "That's
and
really
the green,
weird.
Which is what Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing is." But I'd never heard of that before, so that's kudos to Death Bow.
They kind of downplayed the telepathy a little. because he's fucking mind. Like they said, oh, we can only give seizures. Yes, to white Martians and Swamp Thing. Hold on a second. He's fucking absurd.
Well, not that crazy. The Swamp Thing. It's weird what he did to Swamp Thing. He just kind of pushed him back with his telepathy, which is still
absurd.
Yeah, which is still crazy, but
like holy shit, like Swamp Thing is nuts. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a brain to mindfuck. If
Professor X is like the end all be all telepathy, or the poster boy for Martian Manhunter is, and if there's like a runner up, I don't know who it would be, one of the other X-Men like Jean Grey or something, then it would be Aquaman, would be like the equivalent.
Yeah,
that's how strong his telepathy.
People were arguing this, like Namor has telepathy resistance from something with Emma Frost that was never sourced, and also the Purple Man, obviously, which is different because Purple Man uses pheromones.
It's more of like, which is still willpower. So I guess if willpower plays into it,
but it doesn't. But what's it called? Yeah, people were arguing that. I was like, dude, like, as good a telepath as Emma Frost is, she has nothing on white Martians, you know, or Swamp Thing. So like,
I don't know. I heard that she was like in the Omega level, and I guess like
she's high tier, but like the
fodder white.
But I don't know if it was. Anyway, it doesn't like either. Then it's still like on the level, so it should.
Even then, Aquaman is still much stronger because he actually dudes. And Namor is like he's like around like Thing level, but even Thing beat the shit out of him while they were both underwater.
Yeah.
So he's still not quite level. But he is planet level, but not like to the same tier as like She-Hulk or Thing or anything. Whereas, in
the most recent Avengers comic, he got a power up and soloed the Avengers.
Never mind then.
Yeah, and the Avengers was like Gamma Bomb, She-Hulk, Thor, but without Mjolnir because Marvel, Iron Man,
and holy shit levels of axes now, right?
Yeah,
or hammers.
Yeah.
He's the Iron Man of hammers.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got a hammer forever.
The coolest hammer I've seen is he put on Hela's crown and he got like a hammer made out of frozen blood with the power of Helheim. But he had to give it back.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, he had to give it back, obviously, because he's not going to stay king of Helheim. But, for a second, he was king of Helheim. Anyway, so Namor... I'd say Namor would get, like, full shit to Hulk and all, but Aquaman would still be higher.
Well, he gets it in the sense that he's still competitive with, like, the Savage Hulk. At least baseline Savage Hulk, not like the stronger version.
Apparently him soloing the Avengers because he got some sort of power buff that hasn't been explained yet, so,
Yeah.
So
anyway,
it's not the status quo. It'll probably go away as they need it to. So
now I believe this is the last thing we'll talk about.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes, it is,
and it's actually really intriguing.
Yes, it is. Well, more not really like who wins and why, but more that it exists and it's if they wanted to.
Yeah, this is really cool and unique, and I can't talk about it at all.
You should play them, man. They're cheap.
It's more like the fact it exists is more what's interesting than anything else.
It shows that they're branching off from the standard.
They said they were going to go back to more weird matchups, and this is like now they're really proving it.
Well, after last season where they just went over every popular request ever,
and also Carnage versus Lucy, that also happened.
That one too. Yeah, they have to have.
Also, Leon versus Frank, they got the wrong matchup, but still, that's cool.
Oh well, it was still pretty cool matchup.
We already went over why Leon is we were fine with using Leon.
Anyway, Mega Man Battle next.
Yeah, Mega Man Battle Royale is not
Super Fighting Robot. Mega Man.
So specifically, it is Rock, X,
Volnut.
Legend, Volnut,
yeah, Volnut is Legend.
EXD and Star Force.
Yep. Something I didn't know before researching for this one, Star Force is actually 200 years in the future for EXE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It doesn't matter.
I knew that, but I have no desire to play either of those. To be honest.
I remember the EXE anime, so I kind of want to play them. I used to watch it as a kid, and that was actually my first exposure to Mega Man, is watching that thing, because I didn't play games as a kid for ages as a kid.
That's actually funny to mention, because that was my first time actively consuming a piece of Mega Man media.
What, the show? Yeah.
Oh, no, the EXE anime.
Oh, yeah.
But I've heard of Mega Man before then. I see, like, on the game shelves, like, oh, here's Mega Man or Mega Man X, and I had no idea what the difference was between any of them because
Yeah.
different games back then.
But I wasn't really. I wanted to be big into games, but I couldn't because I just didn't have the consoles and stuff for ages. And
You can
what?
you can play them on anything.
I mean, when I was younger.
Okay, well,
And,
do it now.
I will do it at some point. And fucking EXE anime.
I still need to do it.
Yeah, the fucking EXE anime is the first thing I've seen of it, so that's cool. Which is also pretty cool because EXE wins. Just going over it real quick. And I'm pretty. Here, you know what's fun? Will's calcs are still the de facto calcs for like every Mega Man series.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well-
even Versus Wiki has them.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's for a lot of things, like Chrono Trigger and Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
and stuff.
It's like yeah, but except for maybe Rock, every single Mega Man profile is pretty much. Will did these calcs once. Yeah, so getting into it real quick. First of all, Legends is the retarded Mega Man. In that he has no business being here because he's going to die if someone spits on him.
He's I see the most I see him put at is like moon level, which is actually not that far away from Rock.
I've seen him at island
But
level.
I think that's the
for,
most,
like,
and I also see like island level or
Let's
country level.
go.
Yeah, I think island level is what I saw him put at. It's like for fighting a guy who created a storm for 30 days in like one hit.
I have no idea. I never played any of them.
Yeah.
I want to.
But yeah,
They're all on the set.
But he's he's definitely last. He's definitely the one. Also, he's barely FTL if he is at all, and the rest of them all have FTL feats up the ass. So
Yeah.
he's fucked. He is super fucked. Also, I think he has less hacks.
Rock will probably kill him.
Yeah, Rock would kill him.
Has something to do
as-
before he dies himself.
Oh yeah, Rock is also fucked because like by default, like every single person going into this knows Rock is going to die because X is
Which is sad.
X is
Yeah.
designed to be better than Rock and proven every single time that the comparison is brought up in any media that X is better than Rock. You know? It is like the most consistent.
Because he's Light's dream project. He's like the culmination of all his work.
He's literally like
Yes,
it's
longer legs.
Until irony
What?
happens, and then Zero becomes the true hero, and X kind of fucks everything. But you know,
Yeah,
sad. Mega Man X is sad.
X might be like the most hacksy of them all, I think. Minus
Which
maybe
one?
X.
Oh, X is?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. It
Well,
depends.
X and Rock
EXE,
both
it's
have-
EXE or
Very-
X. Yeah, I know. Rock is probably third, but EXE and Rock and X rather have like a lot of hacks. But it depends on if EXE is hacks or like pure power. You know, it's weird.
And Speed too.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah, like as you go up the list, it's like actually pretty funny in that all their stats kind of line up right. Like, I think it's like, Rock is like several times C or several hundred times C. X is like several thousand times C or it's several million.
Rock is like 100 times faster
Yeah.
than Light.
yeah,
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
think
Yeah,
so.
from Duo.
Reactions anyway.
Yeah. X is like in thousands or something, or 10,000s. He's quick, maybe a million, like low millions. Star,
Is he?
yeah, Geo or whatever is fucking.
I don't know. I just remember like when I last saw it, like I don't know, months ago. It was like the speed that he gets is just like, oh, he's but he's just faster.
Yeah, Geo is like in the millions, and then fucking EXE is in the billions. And just then you go in like all.
Is you see the one with the elves, the cyber elves?
I know that's X.
Or is that,
That's
that's
yeah.
that's later X. That's Zero.
Yeah, that's not
Mega Man
happening.
Zero.
That's not in it. Zero.
Yeah, that's not in it.
Yeah.
I might be thinking of something else, but like Bug Style or whatever being ridiculously broken.
Bug Style is EXE.
Okay.
And Bug Style and Hub Mode are both like universal. They like Cyber World is or Cyber. Yeah, they're both like proven to be like equivalent to our world, and have stars and solar systems and shit. And both of those forms like fucked it. Like and
I look forward to see how many. Let's see how many return the results for this, or just the analysis portion.
What's it called? Several
Mega Man versus maybe.
Hmm?
I don't know. Like, they might overturn Mega Man versus Astro depending on how they
Yeah,
place Rock.
I doubt it, but maybe. The only one that they could overturn that hasn't already been, or the only one that is at risk of being thing is Eggman versus Wily, and they already, went.
They were dead.
Yeah, they already went well against that. No. EXE is fucking absurd. Then Geo.
What does EXE have?
What?
What kind of hacks does EXE have? Because
It's like
I know he's like an energy. He's like a Digimon version of Mega Man. So he probably has.
He's like matter manipulation. He has regen that he was like his essence was like scattered all across Cyberworld, and he regenerated in seconds.
Okay, that's
Yeah, he's absurd. Also, fun fact: I'm pretty sure 3 of them can't even fight properly because what's it called? One of the key factors is they can't fight humans, and both EXE and Geo are the 2 strongest. Are also part or whole human.
Oh yeah,
That like they'll probably they'll probably ignore it, but
they will because they remove all those
but
cells.
it's just funny that the 2
Yeah.
strongest Mega Man literally like they don't have to worry about them at all, and now they doubly don't have to worry about them. But yeah, it's like the tier list is EXE is the best, then Geo, then X. But Geo and X, they're...
EXE would be pretty high up in Digimon, actually.
Let me put it this way. I went on EXE's versus wiki profile, and the only matchup listed for him is a loss, but it was against fucking Zeno.
A DBZ character? Wow.
The king of everything in fucking... Like, literally, the strongest character in all of Dragon Ball.
Christ.
And what was it, inconclusive or
No, it was a loss. He lost. But
okay.
Someone thought that was a fair match, and this wiki, which as you know rips down matches, like if it's a fucking nothing match, they won't put it in the article.
It's very heavily like Dragon Ball bias too. Well, I wouldn't say bias.
Yeah, no. I'll
definitely
I'm gonna say it now. Zeno would win, obviously.
Oh, it would, but just
I think
shows
EXE's
that
faster.
somebody is like
EXE is probably
just
faster because
it just shows that like a pretty big Dragon Ball forum would think that that's kind of like a close match at some point. It shows a lot. Is what I try to get at.
Yeah, Star Force and X are kind of equal-ish because they both like X's highest form has a solar system level feat, a couple of them. While
it was like a kilo.
Yeah,
from what I remember, that's based off Lucamine, which is I know some people disagree with that. Anyway, so other than that, he's like large star.
Yeah, and then Star Force has he fought a guy who controlled the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way.
That's a lot bigger.
Yeah, and that was in his base form. He's pretty like it's a pretty clear cut match, but it's also cool that it's happening, and I can't wait to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, 2%. Let's go.
Also, this is Swan again, so
it's probably going to be pretty well written and fun. Your favorite Mega Man's die.
Yep.
Unless you like EXE.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd be pretty confident in EXE winning with Swan researching. If it was anyone else, I'd be like, but with Swan, yeah.
I don't even know who the most Rock is cool because I've seen like snips from the comic, which isn't even like canon, but he seemed like a cool, nice little boy. He's a good boy.
All of them are cool, to be honest. Like even I joked about fucking Legends being the retarded one, but no, he's still cool.
X is like suffering.
X is a great character because oh my god, they shit on him.
No.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. I think we got through that monster.
We cut up, please God, don't make us do it again.
No, we should be good.
Try.
You say this.
I've been checking on the fucking recording as we've been going. It's 1 hour 23, and all the audio is working before we started. We have 0 drop frames, which that's good because it's recording a static image. So yeah, I think we should be fine, unless it doesn't save for some reason. And if it doesn't, I will scream and we'll axe this whole podcast.
That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think we're good. This is This worked out well. We don't have a title.
Oh
Fuck
shit!
it.
Hey, there we go.
Fuck it. I don't know.
Just fuck it. Here, you get all of them,
Uh,
assholes.
Maybe like, I don't know, one eternity later or something like that with the SpongeBob. Oh, that works. My fucking ending slate can be one eternity later, and yeah, that works. Okay, yeah. So Mac's gonna die, and if he does, that fucks everything up. So we're gonna end it off here. Remember, if you've listened through this whole thing,
Thanks.
go join.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Remember to join Discord. That can send me your requests with the now really anal fucking requirements. And yeah, you guys have anything to add?
No.
Nah.
Medd, you sound so enthused.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I get
Let
you.
the boys sleep.
It's fucking 10:30 over here. I get you, man. It's so tiring. Okay, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time where stuff happens. Bye.
Have a good day.
Peace.